Guys, what is going on with Instagram at the minute? There are so many updates. Like when I was prepping for this video, I was honestly a bit stressed because I was like, there are so many updates. I mean, it is wild. So I'm really excited to talk to you about them all today. This is going to be a really, really good video. Like some of these are like hot off the press. That's the phrase, yeah. Hot off the press? Fresh off the press? Oh, I don't know. A lot of these updates are super, super recent. So you're gonna find a lot of them quite interesting, maybe even shocking. So let's just get to it. So before I get started, I just wanna say that I get all of my information from two main accounts. So there's Adam Missouri, who is the head of Instagram, and there's the creators account. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I'm the only place where you can get all this information from, right? That is where I get my information from. That is probably where most Instagram marketing guru type people get their information from. So if you want to hear it from the horse's mouth, which I 100% recommend, then please follow those two accounts. I'll put links to both in the description. I, however, will always be here to give information on these updates, give my opinions on these updates, give you tips on how you can leverage these new updates. Of course, I'm always going to be that person who provides that information for you. But if you just want to hear it straight away, then follow them, right? No brainer. Okay, so the first update, in my opinion, the most major update, is a new initiative, shall we call it? I don't know, feature. It's a new feature called Instagram favorites. Now, what this is, you might have already heard about this already. What this is the ability for people to favorite accounts on their Instagram. And when you favor these accounts, right, they are going to appear higher in your feed. Now, the reason why this is such a big deal is because this is the first time that Instagram has basically given users the power to manipulate the algorithm. It is literally saying to you, hey, you want to see someone's content before everyone else's? That's fine. You favorite their account and you will see their content before everyone else's. The algorithm will not decide when you're going to see this person's content. You will decide when you're going to see this person's content. Of course, the algorithm is still going to decide when you see everyone else's content, but when it comes to specific people who you want to favorite, you're going to see them first. Now, from a creators or business owners perspective, because I know a lot of you guys who watch my videos are creators or you're business owners, this is like a pretty big moment for us. Okay, this is a real defining moment for the future of our Instagrams, not to be dramatic. The reason why is because if we create some really great content, and if we get a lot of people favoriting our account, it is going to massively help the performance of our content, our business, our goals, what we use Instagram for, all of it. It is going to massively help us. Like, we are going to be shown high up in people's feeds on a regular basis because they would have favored our account or favorited our account. I don't know. However, if our content is not up to par, and therefore if people are not favoriting our content, right, and our account, we are potentially going to plummet. Like, don't get me wrong, people will still see our content, but it's going to be even harder for people to see our content now. So what that means for us is creating incredible content is more important than ever. It's not good enough just to have content what's good. We need to have content what's great. And if you're someone out there who's a business owner and you're like, I don't know how to create content what's great, I'm going to put a link in my description to my new signature Instagram marketing course, because I will just teach you how to create great content. And if you're a content creator, not a business owner, and you're still thinking, don't know how to make great content, then drop me a DM because I do have services which could help you. So that's the first update of the bunch, is Instagram favorites. The next update is called Instagram Live Scheduling. This one's quite a cool one. Basically, it's this new tool which is going to allow us to schedule lives 90 days in advance. So what that basically means is that we'll be able to create a feed post which is promoting a live, and people will be able to sign up to receiving alerts for that live before it actually takes place. So I'm going to put a screen recording here, which hopefully you can see, and it's basically from the launch post from the creators account where they were talking about this new feature. Because obviously, as with the case of all Instagram features, we're all going to get them at different times, and I don't actually have any of the features that I'm talking about today yet. Yeah, I don't think I have any of them yet. So I can't show you what it actually looks like from my phone. So hopefully you'll be able to see it from the screen recording. But it basically means that we'll be able to get a lot more, I don't know, strategic with our lives. I also think it's going to help us commit to our lives a bit more, right? I always tell my clients that if you're going to go live, which I always recommend people doing, that you create a countdown timer on your stories so that people can, register for alerts for when you go live, but also so that you can be held accountable for actually going live, because you've just told everyone you're about to go live, right? This basically has the same ability, but it's almost a bit more extreme in that you can schedule it so far out and people can actually get updates and alerts and reminders that your live is going to be taking place soon. If people are getting all that and people have signed up for that information, you can't really back out on your live, can you? You've got to do it, right? You scheduled it like 2 months ago, you've got to do it now. So I think that this update is great. I think it's going to help all of us be more accountable and hopefully help all of us go live more often. The next Instagram update is called Instagram Video. Now, what Instagram Video is a combination of video feed posts. So, you know, you can normally share a video to your feed up to 60 seconds long. It's a combination of that content and IGTVs. So they are merging the two, throwing away IGTVs and creating Instagram Video. Now, Instagram Video is going to live where IGTVs used to live. And instead of that IGTV logo, it's just gonna have like a play button, okay? So that's where Instagram Video is going to live. According to Instagram, this update is going to help make your video content more visible. I mean, I'm not buying that at all. The reason why they feel like it's going to make your Instagram content more visible is because they're going to allow 60-second video previews. So basically, when you're on your feed, if you've uploaded an Instagram video, people will be able to see a preview of that video when they're scrolling through their home feeds, which I mean is great. Like, I'm sure that's going to help, you know, encourage people to click on your video potentially, but I don't think it's a huge thing that's going to really, really drive your visibility. They also said it's going to help increase visibility because it will be on a new video tab, but it's basically just replacing the IGTV tab. So I don't really think it's going to increase its visibility. They're also adding things like the ability to trim your video, filters before you post, and location tagging. So whilst I think things like location tagging, maybe that's going to increase the visibility ever so slightly, it's not going to rival anything like Reels or your normal feed content, if I'm being honest. And that's something that IGTV has always struggled with, is actually helping people reach a new audience. It's just not something that IGTV is designed to do. So I don't really feel like Instagram Video is going to do that any better than IGTV did. That doesn't mean that IGTV or Instagram Video doesn't have a place in your content mix, because it does. It has a specific role. It's for nurturing relationships with people who already follow you. So as long as you see it for what it is, which isn't something that's going to help you gain loads of followers, then why not still use it? So the next update, there's two things that fall under it, but I've just grouped it under Reels updates. Now, the first one is quite funny. The first one is that Facebook is getting Reels. The reason why I find it funny is that I'm just basically like, so everyone's parents have Reels now, is what you're telling me. I just still see Facebook as just where everyone's mum and dad is. So your mum and dad's gonna start making some Reels. That is like the most haunting idea. Like, I couldn't even imagine. My mum once created a Facebook page. If she's watching this, she's gonna laugh. She created a Facebook page once, and then she called me up and was like, I've just created a Facebook page and people have started to add me. Like, does this mean that everyone can see the photos on my phone? I was like, no. Sorry, parents make me laugh, parents and technology. Anyway, Facebook now has Reels. It's only available in the US. The reason why I'm mentioning it on this, because we're talking about Instagram, is that your Instagram Reels may now be recommended to others on Facebook. So if you've linked the two together, your friends and family on Facebook may actually start seeing your Reels, which I think a lot of people won't want. Now, there is a way that you can avoid that. You can go to the privacy section in your settings and just update your settings so that your Reels can't be recommended on your Facebook. But yeah, that's the main reason why I wanted to mention that in today's update. But the other update coming to Reels is that there are new ways for creators to earn money from Reels. So some creators will have the option to earn bonuses from creating Instagram Reels content, and these bonuses could be anything between like $50 to a few $100s. If you want to know if you are eligible for this, you can see in your professional dashboard, it will tell you if you are eligible for a bonus. So that is another update coming to Reels. The next Instagram update is, I don't even know if it has a name. It's basically a change to the audio controls on your Instagram Live. So basically, we all know how competitive Instagram are, and whilst they're trying to fight every other social networking channel out there, of course they set their eyes on defeating Clubhouse too. Now, does Clubhouse even need defeating anymore? Because I kind of feel like it's like wah, wah. But regardless, Instagram have created an option on their live feature where you can actually turn off your video so that it is an audio only experience, which when you think about it is very similar to Clubhouse. You can basically join someone's live. There will be no photo or image, or no image of the person, no video of the person. It will just be a sound of that person talking and potentially them talking with others. Okay, so my thoughts on this one is quite mixed. Instagram is a visual platform. Like, we always need to remember this. Instagram is a visual platform, regardless regardless of whether or not it focuses on video more than it focuses on photos now, it's still visual. So the idea of completely removing that component and then expecting everyone to still interact with it in a similar way, I think is a bit far-fetched. If it does catch on, I think it will be because there'll be someone who's huge and is like a pioneer of this feature who will make it a thing. But personally, I don't see it catching on. Also, as much as I love the idea of me getting a free pass to not have to show my face on my Instagram lives, part of the reason why Instagram lives are so effective is because people show their face. So yeah, it's great to give people an option not to show their face, but is it going to have the same impact as showing your face will? I don't think it will. Okay, so another update. It's called the account status, like Instagram account status. It's basically this new feature which allows you to really easily see if your content has been taken down and why it's been taken down. It also allows you to submit your content for a review. None of this stuff is new. You've always been able to figure out if your content's been taken down and why. It's just that they've streamlined it so that all that information is available in one specific place. My thoughts on this are just like, I'm hoping no one watching this is really going to be affected by that, because we shouldn't really be posting content which is in breach of Instagram's community guidelines anyway. However, I do also know that Instagram makes mistakes. So at least this way, it's going to be a lot easier for us to report these mistakes to Instagram and make sure that, you know, they're not taking down our content by accident or for no reason on a regular basis. So I suppose there's that. Now, of course, there are other murmurings in the Instagram universe about different updates and additional things which are potentially going to come along. I'm going to leave the updates where they are today because all of these are verified. All of these are well researched. So I'm just going to leave those there. But of course, you're going to see another video from me as and when more updates are released. I'm hoping I get like a bit of a break and it's not next week. But at the rate that they're going, I'm probably going to have another one of these videos released in like the next month. So keep an eye out for it. Put on the notification bell if you haven't already so that you don't miss it. If you found this video interesting, which I really hope you did, I recommend checking out this video. It's about the recent updates which came to hashtags, or just having a bit of a binge and watching my other Instagram content, which I'll also link to in the form of a playlist. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.